question we get asked all the time is, why do we buy these things and not these things? Why do we buy and sell vans and not cars? There's a number of reasons why. First reason, probably the most obvious, is I and my family have always been in the sort of commercial vehicle market, and so it's just something we've always done. We've got more expertise, more trade contacts with vans. So that's sort of general overview. Vans are easier because customers are slightly less fussy. Businesses are buying vans, they're not worried about a tiny little scuff. And whereas if you're buying if a private customer's buying a 30 grand Range Rover, they're going to want it absolutely pristine and perfect. Whereas van buyers, you can get away with a little bit more wear and tear that you couldn't do with a car. Related to that, I would say that the profit motive as well. With people a little bit less fussy, you can sell more vehicles when they're vans than cars, because it's in and out. They're not as fussy, which means I would say you probably got bigger. We have bigger profit margins in vans than the average car dealer does. So number of reasons, it's just a family thing, and the profit motive. Customers are less fussy, and it's nice to deal with local businesses. It's more transactional. They're more likely to buy another van for their fleet, for the member of staff, than maybe a private customer who's buying a car just for his wife or for one of his family members. So we are, we're van men. We always have been, and they're just different industries, contacts wise, and just entirely different ways of doing business between car dealers and van dealers. There's the VAT element as well, which a lot of car dealers just don't understand when vehicles are sold plus VAT. There's an overview of why we buy and sell vans and not cars. I hope you found it informative.